Terrifying sucker punch attacks putting a spotlight on crime in New York and in cities across the country.
What would make someone want to do that?
I mean, it's just very disgusting and just disappointing to see that happening all over a city.
This assault from over the weekend in a Brooklyn shopping center.
That guy was caught unaware. He didn't know that was coming. And I've seen people done that over and over, time and again. And it's unconscionable what they're doing.
The victim is expected to recover as the search continues for the attacker. It's eerily similar to another sucker punch attack just days earlier outside a Bronx restaurant. Prosecutors now accusing Bui Van Phu of randomly attacking Jesus Cortez outside that restaurant on August 12th. Surveillance video released by the NYPD shows Cortez being struck in the head in an attack he did not appear to see coming. He was in perfect condition. He was about to come home. Phu was arrested and originally charged with attempted murder for that punch, but charges were lowered to assault and harassment, allowing Phu to be released on bail. The district attorney telling NBC New York the charges were downgraded because the office, quote, pursued charges based on the investigation. This set off a firestorm on the issue of bail reform.
Do you have any comment or update about the convicted sex offender in the Bronx who attacked a man and then he was let go without any bail?
Yes, that was a horrific situation on all fronts.
In an unexpected move, Governor Kathy Hochul stepped in and ordered Phu to be arrested days later, saying she took the matter into her own hands because Phu was a repeat offender, already on lifetime parole, convicted of raping a 17-year-old back in 1995. Efforts to reach Phu or his lawyer were unsuccessful. The victim's brother speaking about his condition. He's stable, thank God. He's day to day. We simply ask God to help him, for the justice system to be hard-handed against these people. Murder is down 10.5% in New York City this year, but the 7 major crimes tracked by the NYPD are up 36% since last year. And critics have pointed to bail reform as a major factor in that jump. My brother is in this condition because of these criminals walking the street. Earlier this month, the NYPD saying nearly 25% of those arrested for burglary go on to commit another felony within 60 days. But data from the New York City Criminal Justice Agency shows that since bail reform started in 2020, the numbers haven't changed much. The vast majority, more than 95% of people arrested, have not been arrested again, and less than 1% commit violent crimes. And advocates argue that crime has gone up in cities that have not instituted reforms, just like those that have. But New Yorkers say something needs to change.
It kind of makes you think that you got to always be watching your back no matter where you go.
In Seattle, a similar story with murder playing out in broad daylight and on surveillance video. You can see 48-year-old Aaron Falk swinging a metal bar at a 66-year-old man. That victim dying from his injuries over the weekend. He's now charged with first-degree murder and is being held on a $2.5 million bail. He pleaded not guilty. But just 8 days before the attack, Falk was charged with felony harassment in another county for allegedly threatening to kill a public transit safety officer, where he also pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors wanted to hold Falk on a $10,000 bond, but he was released with a referral for services, according to a spokesperson for the prosecuting attorney's office. Violent crime in Seattle is up this year, rising above records from the past 14 years, according to Seattle PD. Some say these are the kinds of red flags that should not be left unchecked.